of BJP has been कि जहाँ भी election है वहाँ मोदी से पहले ईडी पहुँचा.
Chief Minister KCR's daughter in agency crosshairs. Scapegoat or brain behind the South cartel?
Bharatiya Janata Party and its leaders will set up a narrative. Then they'll look for characters.
K. Kavitha's big answers before the Enforcement Directorate date. The only channel with the big Kavitha exclusive. Live on 5 Live. And that big national exclusive right before she appears before the Enforcement Directorate, handing you over now for the big interview with K. Kavitha with Rajdeep Sardesai.
Hello and welcome to this India Today special where we are joined by a very special guest. The newsmaker of the day is K. Kavitha.
Thank you,
the BRS MLC and daughter of the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who finds herself, ma'am, in the center of a controversy. There is a feeling that you could be the next person to be arrested in the Delhi liquor excise policy case after Manish Sisodia. All eyes are on K. Kavitha. You've been called by the ED. In fact, you were called today. You should be actually addressing questions of the ED, not of Rajdeep Sardesai.
So nevertheless, RD is always better than ED. I'm very happy to be talking to you. And
are you evading ED questions?
Not at all, not at all. I won't, I will not, because first of all, I've done nothing wrong. Second of all, I have dur se no connection with the case and the allegations that they're putting on me. And primary point being, I believe this is nothing but a diversion tactics by the Bharatiya Janata Party to, target opposition leaders and call them to ED. Then the whole media is around them for that day. So nobody talks about price rise, nobody talks about anything else. And per se, in my case, tomorrow I'm doing a dharna on women reservation bill, which is very, very important bill. But today you and I are talking about ED, not the women reservation bill.
No, because, the fact is you were supposed to appear before the ED today. You say you're not going to evade their questioning. You will go on the 11th, which is the next date that they've given you. You're not running away from the ED.
Not at all.
You're saying, dur se hamara koi rishta nahi hai. Now, the ED says that Arun Pillai, who's been arrested last week, is essentially a frontman for you in Indo Spirits, a company which has been a big beneficiary from the Delhi liquor alleged scam. Your ex-chartered accountant was arrested last month. Akshay Boinapalli, who's a son of a TRS leader, has been arrested. Samir Mahindru, who is a businessman, who is the owner of Indo Spirits, has been arrested. All of this is slowly coming towards you, particularly after Arun Pillai's arrest.
राजदीप जी, मैं एक बात पूछती हूँ. आपने बहुत देखा होगा, ED also you've seen earlier work. Did they advertise all of this? What ED right now does is, they want the media trial to happen even before anything happens. And they specifically leak information to media when they have nothing to prove. This entire episode started in August last year when they started raiding many people. They've done more than 500 raids. They found nothing. And they've raided and raided and raided, and they've abused many people left, right and center. They've beaten up people. They've forcefully made them say names. They've done a lot of things. One person who was beaten up, whose eardrum broke, had filed a writ petition in Telangana High Court saying ED is doing excess and I should not be called back to ED. Another person arrested in the same case said it is nothing but political harassment. They're only asking me to give away names, only political names. I'm not going to do it. He filed a writ petition in Telangana High Court. Both of them are pending. So the entire nature of this investigations, with all whatever names you said, is basically irrelevant, and they spin a narrative and they want to put me in between the conversation.
No, you don't know any of these names that I've named. You don't know Arun Pillai, you don't know Samir Mahindru, you don't know Akshay Boinapalli, you don't know your ex-chartered accountant. These are not names that you know?
No.
Who all been arrested in this case?
I know Rajdeep ji, I know Maria Shekil, I know 100 other people. Now, after this interview, what Mr. Rajdeep will do outside of this interview, how am I concerned? And if you are telling me that just because you and I spend half an hour together, I should be responsible for whatever you do, that is one aspect. Second aspect, and till date, nobody knows what is a scam. One BJP leader says it is 1 lakh crore scam. Other BJP leader says it's a 1,000 crore scam. Other BJP leader says that I paid 100 crores to Manish Sisodia. I did not even meet the gentleman till now. Why
You've
will
never met Manish Sisodia.
I have never met Manish Sisodia in my entire life.
You haven't
Not even accidentally in an event we haven't met.
You know, but the ED states in its charge sheet that Arun Pillai, who's been arrested last week, disclosed that there was a deal between K. Kavitha and Arvind Kejriwal-led AAP in exchange for 100 crore kickbacks. Kavitha got access to the Delhi liquor business, specifically stakes in Indo Spirit. Arun Pillai was representing Kavitha and Indo Spirit, even became a partner on her behalf. They've even given details of meetings that you've allegedly held in Hotel Oberoi Maidens here in Delhi.
Sir, all I am telling you is, today in this interview, I'll openly say, I have given 1,000 crores to Mr. Narendra Modi. And I'll tell you 100 names, 100 things, 100 places. Will the ED put a case on Mr. Modi? If you put a person inside ED interrogation room for more than 30 days, you're calling these people repeatedly, harassing these people repeatedly, making them say names and things that does not concern me. How am I responsible? And what kind of torture is this, calling every businessman, whoever is going from Hyderabad to do some business somewhere in Delhi? Why am I in between, in the middle of anything?
Because specifically your name is coming again and again. The ED
Exactly,
claimed
sir.
during interaction with Samir Mahindru, it was made clear to him the ultimate control of 65% stake in his business was with K. Kavitha. Pillai also confirmed he had arranged FaceTime video calls with Kavitha and Samir. Samir Mahindru being the owner of Indo Spirits, which is allegedly a big beneficiary of the Delhi liquor. Now they're giving specifics, they're giving instances and claiming there were meetings that were held. Can you deny it all?
Absolutely, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Are you saying all these confessions are extracted under duress?
Absolutely. Why I say this, and this I should be in fact saying it in front of ED, not you, because they might now put a new case on me saying you're discussing case details outside. Again, I'll say, sir, just to be on the periphery, not to go into the details, I have nothing to do with the case. Whatever has been extracted out of anybody or anything, if ED has any questions, I'll certainly answer them. If they have any proofs, let them present it to me. Let them do whatever the legal course of action they want to do. But why advertise it in the media? All I'm saying is, now what they have done, they arrest one person. They put that remand report in the media. They do a 24-hour thing. After 1 week, they'll arrest one other person. Whenever Mr. Amit Shah comes to Hyderabad, one person will be arrested. When Mr. Modi comes to Hyderabad, one other person will be arrested. There is a cycle, there is a method, there is a targeted way in which the entire BJP system works to malign the opposition candidates. One of the victims is me, but I'm not the target. Target is my father and our leader, Mr. KCR. They want to stop him. They don't want him to go out of the state and campaign in the rest of the country. They want to stop him, and they believe that if they can raid and harass our party people, including me, they can stop him. But that is not going to happen. Leaders in this nation are strong. They will stand up to whatever kind of tactics, intimidating tactics that this Bharatiya Janata Party is doing. We will stall them, and we will certainly raise important questions like women reservation bill, like price rise. We will keep raising them.
You're saying you've never met Manish Sisodia in your life.
No, I don't.
Have you met Vijay Nair, the Aam Aadmi Party's communication in charge, who's also spent the last 5 months in jail? It is alleged that the deal was facilitated by Vijay Nair and you on behalf of the so-called South group of distillers who cornered major benefits, and Vijay Nair struck this deal. Have you met Vijay Nair?
All I'm saying is this, sir. I have definitely met a lot of people in my life. But what these people do and what my meeting with you will have to do with what you do outside. I have no knowledge of what you do outside. I don't want to. My interaction would be limited with you for a certain issue, aspect, for this interview probably. But what will I do after that? Why am I responsible for your action? That is my simple question. And if you want to frame somebody just because you meet somebody or just because you don't meet somebody, it's a different question.
Ma'am, you keep saying you're being framed, but when, say, Buchi Babu Gorantla, who's your ex-chartered accountant, was arrested last month, he allegedly formulated this entire excise policy, is the accusation that is being made. When you say, can you deny your relationship with him? Can you deny your relationship with Arun Pillai, a Hyderabad-based businessman who allegedly is the front man for you? Can you deny all this?
I will, sir, again, with all due respect, again, I will not deny. I know. Whom I don't know, I don't know. Point here being, my ex-auditor goes somewhere and does something. What am I supposed to do about it? Simple as that.
They claim they have a digital mail trail that will lead to
Good,
you.
then put
And
it,
that
no?
digital evidence was, there was attempts to destroy it. You changed your phone 10 times last year, your mobile phone. They claim that all of this is part of a digital trail that they have made between distillers, between you, between the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi.
They're very welcome, sir. If they have the proof, let them present it in the honorable court. Let them take me to whatever highest punishment that law will give me. But I have not destroyed any evidence. All the phones that they claim to, that I have destroyed, because they have made it a public document. And they said, Kavitha has destroyed so-and-so phones, and they gave all the IEMI numbers. So I checked up at my home. I have all the phones in my home. They can please come and collect it anytime they want to. I will happily give them. They can trace all they want. They can do all they want, and please, if there is anything that lawfully is to be done, let them do it.
You have nothing to do with the liquor business.
Not at all.
Because according to the ED, the scam of the Delhi liquor policy, you said, what is the scam? They claim that in 2021-22, this Delhi liquor policy allowed each wholesaler to reap at least 12% and each retailer 185% in profits. And the South Group, of which you are supposed to be the kingpin or queenpin in a way, had control over 9 liquor retail stores, thereby allowing them to control 30% of Delhi's liquor market. In return for that, the Aam Aadmi Party got kickbacks ahead of the Goa and Punjab elections last year. That's broadly the so-called scam. We don't know the amounts because there are conflicting amounts being put out, but they claim they have a trail of meetings, of digital evidence, of mails, which clearly have your name.
Okay, if they have my name, they can present the evidence to the court. Why do the media drama? That is all I'm saying. Why do they want to leak a report every day? Why do they want to drag my name and then say, next we'll arrest Kavitha? Arre, arrest kar lo bhaiya, tumhara kuch hai, evidence hai, kuch hai to kar lo. Case
You're
dalna hai,
daring
dal lo.
them effectively to arrest you.
I'm not saying that, sir. The whole of the media is saying because of the ED leaks. How can a ED leak my personal phone number on the screen across the national media? Is that correct for the Enforcement Directorate to do that? If they have put a remand report, originally, you know, there are many court judgments as well, that they cannot, openly state the contents of the remand report. Not that I have anything to lose, but they've put my name, my phone number across, and the phone keeps ringing till now. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
It's interesting you're mentioning
something called as privacy, sir. They can't do that.
Sure, it's interesting you're mentioning the phone because the ED claims as many as 36 suspects accused involved in the case have destroyed their 176 cell phones and laptops, and the case was handed before the case was handed over to the agency. You changed your phone, they claim, 10 times last year.
As I said, sir, I have all the phones at home. They can come, please collect it. I am an iPhone buff. Whenever a new model comes, I'm going to buy it. Whenever a new Samsung comes, I buy it. Point here is, I have all the instruments at my home. Let them please come and take it. That's not a problem. See, they did not even, ED till now did not even call me once, talk to me once. Some XYZ tells my name somewhere. They suddenly pick my phone and put my IEMI number and put it online. Is that correct for the ED to do? Can they do that? When we ask them, they say this section 50 is like a black hole. Nobody knows what's happening in there. And none of the opposition parties have challenged section 50 till date. It is still subjudice in the Supreme Court. The draconian powers that we've given to the ED with the section 50 is why the ED is doing all these things. But yet we are facing them. We are strongly saying that whatever they can prove, let them please prove. And if they want to take cover of section 50 and want to take a coercive actions, we will go for the legal rescue. We will go to the courts and try and defend ourselves.
You said, ma'am, you're not the target. Your real target, they are saying, is
Absolutely.
your father, K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Now,
Absolutely.
it's interesting because in the last several months, several opposition leaders have claimed that the ED is targeting them. Aam Aadmi Party has claimed it, the Trinamool Congress is claiming it, the Congress has claimed it, now the TRS or the BRS is claiming it. And in each instance, there's a belief that they tell us that all of this is being done to intimidate us. Is this ahead of the Telangana election, some kind of a deal that they are... Is there any possibility of the BRS striking a deal with the BJP so that K. Kavitha is kept out of jail? Is this pressure on your father to strike a deal with the BJP so that you are kept out of jail?
K. Kavitha has done nothing wrong. We don't need to strike a deal. If ED or Modi or if CBI, anybody has a proof, let them do what they want to do. Simple as that. Second point, entire nation knows today that TMC, YSRCP, Shiv Sena, you name a party, they have been targeted and intimidated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is their modus operandi. So we are not worried, but we are definitely worried for the future of this country. We are going to put up a fight because today it has started by intimidating politicians. Yesterday it was the press reporters. Tomorrow it will be somebody else. Ultimately it will reach the common people. We need to save the people from dictatorial attitudes like Mr. Modi's. So we will fight for that. We will work for that.
Because, you know, you've told me that while you know Arun Pillai, you deny that he represents you and that he has anything to do or that you have anything to do with the Indo Spirits group. Am I right? You also deny that you attended any meeting at Oberoi Maidens with you, Vijay Nair, Dinesh Arora, another businessman who's been arrested in the case. Am I correct?
Sir, you are RD, not ED. Why are you
I'm
going
asking
to...
you this. No, I'm asking you. You're denying all of this. You're denying that 100 crore bribe was paid to the South Group and you are the major beneficiary of it.
Absolutely.
And you are denying that you changed your phone 10 times in 2021.
I will tell you this one thing, sir. I'm denying all of that, and I'll tell you this one thing. People from Hyderabad have been harassed by ED and CBI, repeatedly been called, repeatedly being forced to take certain names. There are people who are filing cases in the Honorable High Court. High Court has not yet pronounced anything, but there are certain people who are scared, who are not complaining. But people have been harassed, people have been forced, people have been treated.
No, why don't you go to the court? Why don't
Why
you
will
go
I
to
go
the
to
court,
court?
file a writ and seek protection? If you believe you have done nothing wrong and
Sir,
the ED is harassing you, why don't you go to the court?
Let me tell you this, sir. The double-edged game that Bharatiya Janata Party is playing today, if I say I don't want to attend ED, immediately their machinery will say she's done something wrong, that is why she did not want to attend the ED. But when BL Santosh is called by SIT in Telangana, he doesn't attend. He runs to the court to get the protection. कोर्ट के बाद कोर्ट, कोर्ट के बाद कोर्ट, कोर्ट के बाद कोर्ट जाते हैं. Ultimately, until CBI takes over the whole investigation, they did not attend, and he has till date not attended nor answered, despite his name being taken by those people who were caught on camera saying multiple things. Right? Mr. BL Santosh does not attend. Kavitha is attending because I have done nothing wrong. If Mr. BL Santosh has done nothing wrong, he should attend.
Why don't you go to the court and say, I am a victim of harassment? The BJP keeps making this argument that all these opposition leaders who are claiming they are being targeted should go to the court and seek justice there.
See, the whole issue is this, sir. Political, on a philosophical level, I'll just tell you this. Politicians are depending on enforcement directory to harass other political parties. Now, if we want to go to the court for everything and anything, you know how much of a burden already courts have, point one. Point two, yesterday, Mr. Manish Sisodia went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court had asked him to go to High Court. They did not go to High Court. They tried to, I think, get the bail and did not get it or whatever.
They've not got the bail yet.
They have not got the bail yet. So when you are looking at all these things, that the way the entire tactic of BJP is to divert one political party from doing their own function. I am saying I have a dharna tomorrow. Day after I have something else planned. My party has something else planned. Why should my party waste so much time on every individual? Let me go face their questions, come out. If they're going to take coercive action, we will certainly apply the reach out to the courts, and we fully believe in a court system. But just to attend and answer their questions, why should I go to a court? That is my policy. I'll attend, I'll answer. If they try to do anything further, I'll certainly seek protection from the courts.
My final question then.
Sir, let us talk on women's bill, sir.
Yeah,
you're saying
this
is not fair.
Okay. K. Kavitha is tomorrow on a dharna on the women's reservation bill. Many will say this is your attempt to divert attention from the core issue. In fact, a BJP leader told me, please ask K. Kavitha, how many women ministers are there in the Telangana government? It's all very well to talk of women's reservation in Delhi. Please start women's reservation first in your home state of Telangana. Is this your attempt to divert attention from the ED case?
Not at all, sir. I decided this dharna on March 2nd. ED only invited me day before yesterday, on 9th of this month, because they know that my dharna is on the 10th. But I am very focused on the dharna tomorrow. We will raise this issue not now, but until next session also, we'll keep raising it because of one thing and only only one thing. Women reservation bill should be passed only, can be passed only when there is a party in power which has full majority, like what they have now. Earlier Congress's attempt, Madam Gandhi tried her best, it failed because that was a coalition government. So now Mr. Modi has the opportunity, he should do it. And one
But
second,
you have a majority in Telangana. Why don't you give more tickets to women in your home state?
I'll certainly answer that, sir. From 96, Mr. Dev Gowda, every prime minister after him, repeatedly attempted to pass the bill except for Mr. Modi. In the last 9 years, no leader, no woman leader from BJP itself has asked for that. My party or any other party in this country will not give space, including the BJP, to women on equal footing. Only a law can make them do that. Today, BJP only gave tickets to 15% of women candidates.
Ma'am, why doesn't the TRS set an example? Give 33% tickets to women.
Sir, why is TRS any different? It is a patriarchal party. It is from a patriarchal country. Only where Mamata Banerjee is there, she'll give more tickets. Only when Jayalalitha is there, she'll give tickets.
You're basically saying your father is also part of the same patriarchal mindset.
Sir, not my father. Every party, sir. Every party in this country. You take any party. You take the BJP. You take the Congress. Where Madam Sonia Gandhi plays a great role. Can she afford to give more tickets? She's not able to. That's why she pushed for a law. Women will support this. I am pushing for a law. The central government has the majority. They should help us out.
Okay. My final question was back to the ED, which was effectively asking you...
Are you trying to stall the women bill, Mr. Adi?
No, I'm not. I'm basically asking you, do you believe that this entire episode in some way is a huge embarrassment to the TRS, has pushed you on the back foot before the critical Telangana elections this year?
Not at all, not at all. First point being, they've raided multiple politicians in Telangana. They've raided multiple business houses in Telangana. We all understand, people of Telangana understand today that their modus operandi is to raid and rule. Britishers was to divide and rule. Mr. Modi's operandi is to raid and rule. That we understand now very clearly. So when we understand what the problem is, we will find a solution. That is why we are not wasting the time of my party. I don't want to go to the court for an appearance. I will appear when they call me. But if they go for further action, because I have nothing to do with the case, I'll then knock the doors of the court.
So on the 11th of March, when you go to the ED, you will address the question in the same way that you've addressed them, with the same confidence.
Absolutely.
And you're not worried about going the Manish Sisodia way and spending an extended period possibly in prison.
Sir, all I want to tell you is this. Just because you have power, if you want to abuse, just because there is a draconian law, you think you can arrest or lock somebody up, theek hai. Congress government at that point of time used MESA. Now these guys are using ED. Now it is for political parties like us to come together to change that law. It is for the Supreme Court of India to change that law. If they do not do that sumo moto, people like me will become a collateral damage.
And your father has told you that he is fully behind you?
My father has asked me, have you done anything wrong? I said no. Then he said, fight. I'm fighting.
You're fighting, K. Kavitha. This is part of your fight, I guess, that you've taken all my questions, both on the ED and yes, on the women's reservation bill, where you're also waging another fight. But thank you so much for joining me here on India Today. K. Kavitha, our newsmaker of the day. Thanks for watching.
And we've got some breaking news coming in on the Liquorgate scandal, which is what K. Kavitha